Affordability is at the top of everyone's minds today.
Yes.
Like, at the top of everyone's minds. It's getting less and less affordable to be able to buy a home. Well, we found a suburb right outside of Colorado Springs that I think the affordability factor is going to be absolutely shocking to you. Today, we're going to be showing all of it to you. All the new construction, all the parks and open spaces, everything there is to do. We're going to be exploring all of that today.
All right, so hey, we are at the Old Town Coffee Shop in Fountain, Colorado. So technically a separate city from Colorado Springs, but it butts right up against it. We're right here on Santa Fe Avenue. It's kind of the main strip that runs through Fountain. And if you've done much research about Colorado Springs, you probably haven't really looked too much at Fountain, but because like Sam said, the affordability piece, that's huge. There were 86 homes on the market, and 84 of them were under $500,000. That just doesn't happen anywhere in our area. So right here, there's a little bit of revitalization going on too in what I call downtown Fountain. You've got the Sweet Coffee Shop, like I mentioned, Old Town Coffee Shop.
Yeah.
There's a brewery just down the street.
Yeah.
What's the name of the brewery?
Peaks and Pines Brewery.
Peaks and Pines Brewery.
Yeah. There's a winery down the street.
That's
Fountain
right.
Creek
There's
Winery.
a winery down the street. There's a cool little pizzeria. There's a lot of restaurants that have started to move, kind of open up second locations in Fountain from Colorado Springs. So there's a lot of new growth and revitalization happening here in Fountain. And man, like Sam said, it's just shocking what the prices are here compared to other parts in Colorado Springs. So let's go take a look at it.
All right, so one of the, main locations in Fountain is where we are right now.
Metcalf Park.
Metcalf Park. This is really like if there was an outdoor, so this is less an open space, and this is more of like a legitimate recreation space because there's freaking everything here.
Yeah.
So right now we're at the skate park, and this is a pretty dope skate park. Let's go check it out. We've got a local legend here skating. Her name's Debbie. We're gonna chat with her in a little bit. She's just like a gem of the earth. But this skate park is like super huge. And then right back here, there's also, what do you even call that?
It's a pump track. So you're really not even supposed to like pedal. You just you flow with the track so you don't have to pedal. And there's little jumps. It's pretty cool. People race on those things.
Okay, so I think that's kind of like, is that how people get good at mountain biking? Because don't you kind of do that?
You can do it with mountain biking, but people usually do it with like little BMX bikes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Pretty cool.
Okay, sick. Also, there's like huge parking lots down here because they have pretty big baseball, softball tournaments. There's basketball courts. There's a huge park, like a playground.
Yeah, there's a really nice little playground over there, and you've got several like softball and baseball fields that you can actually reserve. So if you want to have like a pickup game with some friends, you've got basketball courts over there as well. So I mean, you've pretty much got everything. I mean, this is like a true, like what I would call like a city park.
Yeah.
And you've got everything under the sun over here. Right?
Yeah, there's a what was that thing called? Fountain roping and riding club.
Yeah.
So like an actual like arena for you dang horses.
Yep.
So that's okay. So that's like something that's super Fountain, right? Is it Fountain? Really, really close to Colorado Springs, but it definitely has a little bit more of like a rural small town feel. And you were saying it felt like.
Yeah, I feel like when I come out here, I feel like I'm in the Midwest. I mean, it's just, except for the humidity, and we're also pretty close to the mountains. But it's just a more small town feel, which is really nice when you get out of the city.
Yeah, and like everybody knows that, like they were saying earlier, that the prices in Colorado Springs have just like skyrocketed. The cost of living has just like mega pumped. But down here, it's like, this is absolutely the most affordable place. We're going to talk about affordability later. We're going to show you some of the houses because they're freaking insane what you can get and still have this kind of proximity to the mountains. And like, honestly, we have tons of people that are moving from the Midwest that reach out to us, that call, text, or email. So we'll have our information down below. And if you fall into that category, absolutely reach out. We love talking to you guys and helping you make that transition. But we do want to show you and talk about some of the bigger open spaces because there's a lot more and some other really attractive things about Fort Carson, especially for the Fountain. Well,
close.
Giveaway. All right. Surprise us out. Fort Carson is also super close, but we'll talk about that in a minute because there's a lot of military people that move down here. And when they move to Colorado Springs, they're stationed at Fort Carson, and like the Army population here in Fort Carson is much higher.
And Fountain.
I got to stop saying that.
They're so close. I mean, pretty much
Refill.
anywhere in Fountain, you're going to be about 15 minutes from Fort Carson, if not closer. So, I mean, it's really close.
Debbie! Debbie!
Here.
All right. This is the local legend herself, Debbie. Okay, Debbie, so we did just meet this morning, but
Yes, we
so
did.
you were telling us, so you've lived out here for how long?
38 years.
Okay.
Going on 39.
And where are you from?
I'm originally from Chicago.
But now you're from,
Now I'm a Coloradan.
that's right.
Yeah.
But you know, hubby and I purchased a home, 3 years ago here in Fountain.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So now
Oh,
we're
nice.
Fountainiers.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so for people, so this channel it's all people that they find out that they're moving here or they're making good decisions in their life and they decide that they want to move to Colorado Springs. Why would somebody choose Fountain? Why did you guys choose Fountain?
We chose it because it's less violent than the Springs.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, a slower pace, a little bit more peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like country living, you know,
Yeah.
but it's a small city.
And then, okay, I know some people also, they like being close to Colorado Springs so they can get some of it, but like they want that slower pace.
Exactly.
Okay, so we need some like recommendations. Do you have any recommendations for like,
Well-
let's say like food, bars, or just anything that like you and hubby like to do?
Well, hubby and I basically go to the Springs.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why, because we're so accustomed to going to those different restaurants in the Springs.
Yeah. For
sure.
They do have some nice restaurants and things here in Fountain.
Yeah.
There's like a little coffee shop. They renamed it. I don't know the name of it, but it's right there on Dell.
Okay.
Okay.
It's right there on Dell.
Okay. We'll look it up and we'll drop it.
Yeah.
We'll drop
it's
it
a
in
little
here.
coffee shop. Is it Dell? Anyway, it's right across the street from the Loaf and Jug.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Right across
Oh, yeah. We were literally just there. It's like
Yeah.
Old Town Coffee Shop?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Oh, that's where we just came
Yeah,
from.
we just came from there. Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and who is this little nugget?
that's Stormy.
Stormy. And what are y'all doing out here?
Well, we're just exercising because
Yeah.
I'm off today. So I'm like, woohoo, let's go exercise. And we do that in the mornings, you know, when the kids and stuff are not here, so we won't interrupt them and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
just having fun exercising.
Okay, so
awesome.
good decision, bad decision, moving to Fountain.
It's a good decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the cold? People get nervous about the cold.
No, the cold's not bad, considering, you know, it's worse in other places.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now, it's not bad. I mean, we get snow, but it's no big deal.
It's there's no humidity.
There's no humidity.
Great.
Well, I'm sweaty now because I'm out here staying. But there's no humidity in Fountain.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Debbie, bring it in. Thank you. So you've heard it here. That's about as reputable of a source. I could tell you stuff all day, but this is a local fountaineer, which also I really like that
Fountaineer?
term. A fountaineer.
Fountaineer?
That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. Okay, awesome, Debbie. We'll let you get back to it.
Yes, thank
All right.
you. Hi.
Okay, Francis. So so we were talking about the
Riding and roping club.
Roping club.
Fountain Riding and Roping
Fountain
Club.
Riding and Roping Club. So it's like this little arena, legitimate, like bring your horses here, hop in there, ride and rope. Who doesn't do that? Well, I'll tell you. I don't. But it's mostly just because I don't know anybody that's got horses. So if you're moving out here and you've got horses, please let me know because I'd love to hop on. But I'm not going to rope anything because I don't know how to do that.
Oh man, that sounds like fun. I don't
Yeah,
know, I'll try.
so this park, as we talked about, it's got all the things, but there's a couple other like big parks that are nearby that are more open space
Yeah,
style.
like
So
traditional
Francis, which
hiking.
ones? Yeah, like which ones?
So Cheyenne Mountain State Park is a 20-minute drive from here. Huge. I mean, obviously it's a state park, hundreds of miles of hiking and biking. You've got North Cheyenne Canyon, which you don't have to have a state park pass to get into. That's my favorite place.
Oh, I don't think I've ever been there.
You've never been to North Cheyenne Canyon?
Oh, North Cheyenne Canyon. Yeah, I thought you were talking about
wait
the
a
state
minute.
park.
Yeah, no, I haven't been to the state park yet. But
Okay, me neither.
North Cheyenne Canyon,
But it's
awesome
really nice.
place. Don't have to have a state parks pass. And then, you know, if you like more city type things, I mean, you've got downtown 20 minutes away from here. So you've got all of the shops in downtown. You've also got the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo really close by there as
25
well.
minutes.
Yeah. So, I mean, you are separated from Colorado Springs. You don't feel like you're in the city, but you are a really short drive from all of the good stuff in town.
Yeah, and we talk about like the B cities a lot, and now we're kind of in like the asterisk B city. because it's a suburb of Colorado Springs, and now you're getting the amenities of Colorado Springs, but a much slower pace. Like you heard Debbie talking earlier, like a much slower pace, much calmer, but you're 25 minutes away from downtown Colorado Springs, so you still have a bunch of that stuff.
Yep.
And then if you bop south, there's Clear Spring Ranch, I think is actually what it's called, which is a huge, tons of walking trails. You can ride your horses out there, you can ride bikes. It's actually a lot of shaded. And then the Pikes Peak International Raceway is like 13 minutes south of here, which is dope. And it's a raceway, so I don't really need to explain what's down there. I think what's important though is like the feel here, we kind of mentioned it earlier, the feel here is a lot different. The feel here is slower, quieter,
Urban.
not as like, not big rolling hills like you'd have it like Ute Valley Park or Palmer Park, which has got like a lot. Out here, it's just like, it kind of feels like the Midwest. Now that you say that, I can't stop seeing it and feeling it. And then the last thing, like we were talking about, Fort Carson is like super close, right? And so that's like really a big deal for military people that are PCSing out here, because your BAH, like it is going to be much easier to stay within your BAH when you move out here. Because, okay, so I was looking this morning actually on the MLS at every house for sale in Fountain right now. And there were 2 outliers that were over 500,000. Every other house was under 500,000. And like the bulk, the median was really like around 375. And so I think your bang for your buck down here is so much better.
Oh yeah.
Like what you can get for your dollar and how far it goes, and the quality and like the build of the house, the size of the land. In fact, there was one that was like 700,000, which I know is like not gonna fit into the typical BAH for what I'm talking about, but it was on like 40 acres.
Wow, that's wild.
Whereas you go to Black Forest and you get 5 acres for 500,000.
Yeah, and
So-
that's just the land.
Yeah, just the land. So out in Fountain, it's just a totally different feel. But we want to show you some of those other parks. We'll get to Fountain
Creek Regional.
Thank you. Fountain Creek Regional. We'll get there a little bit later, so stick around for that. And also we're gonna make sure to show you just some of the homes that are kind of in the area that at just freakish prices for what you get in Colorado Springs, and the location and the proximity to all that Gucci-ness. So let's get to it.
All right, so Fountain has a lot of different neighborhoods. Fountain, you know, we've talked about, it's this area. It's actually technically a separate city, like we've said, but there are a lot of different neighborhoods in Fountain, and they vary greatly, I would say. Francis, what do you think?
Oh, absolutely. So right now we are in Cumberland Green, which is a newer development here in Fountain, and you are going to find a lot of new builds here. I mean, it's really in the path of progress, but Fountain was originally like a farming agriculture town, so you're going to see a lot of larger plots, houses on larger plots, farm property or horse properties.
Yeah.
So you're going to really have a very wide variety of housing here in Fountain.
Yeah, there's like, you know, so Cumberland Green, as you can see, planned urban development, kind of your normal subdivision. Nice houses, man. Like you said, newer stuff, 2000, 2010, maybe even up to 2015 builds in here. But yeah, right outside of these neighborhoods, you'll see a horse property on 5 acres.
Yeah.
Or you get out maybe just a little bit farther, we're only talking like a mile, and it's a 40-acre parcel with a bunch of horses on it probably, you know? So it's, yeah, it's a wide variation. But I'll tell you, the neighborhoods in Fountain, I'm gonna shoot you straight, they vary a lot themselves, and that's why, like we always offer it up, man, just call, text, email, reach out to us. Let us know if you're headed to the Springs or to Fountain specifically. We're gonna point you in the right direction. We can't steer you or anything, but you give us a phone call, we're gonna have a consultation, we're gonna make sure you end up in one of the better neighborhoods, we'll say.
Yeah,
I mean,
something that's going to fit the boxes on your list.
yes, exactly. That's well put, Francis, well put, yes.
So one of the things that really draws people to Fountain is the affordability here. Kyle was, I think, saying earlier, he was looking, and today he saw 86 homes, single-family homes for sale in Fountain currently. 2 of those properties were over 500,000. And I think the median here is right at like 411.
$411,000. So that just screams affordability when you compare it to Colorado Springs.
Yep.
What's Colorado Springs right now? 550?
550,
something like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yep.
So huge difference in home prices. And these houses you're looking at, there's 2 homes right now that are nothing available for sale, but 2 that are under contract. in Cumberland Green specifically, and they're both under 500,000, 479 and 489, I think it was. So these houses you're looking at, I mean, these are 3,000 plus square foot, 4-bedroom plus homes, 3-bath plus, all 2 or 3 car garages, nice looking houses. There's a good HOA in here that's not crazy about stuff, but keeps houses looking good, and you're under $500,000.
Yeah, you're not going to find that in town.
No,
and if
in
you
Colorado
do,
Springs.
it's going to need some work.
It's gonna need some TLC,
Little
as they say,
TLC.
for sure.
Yeah. So one of the things that I really appreciate about Fountain, and I'm sure Chris can attest to this too since he's from the Midwest, but it just feels, I mean, you feel like you're in the Midwest. You've got the big, what do you call the trees?
Deciduous trees.
Deciduous trees. There's no pine trees out here. And as it sits today, it's November, and it feels like it's like 75 degrees
It's
outside right
freaking
now.
toasty. It's nice
Yeah.
out today,
You
man.
do
Yeah.
get some different weather here than in town. One negative thing I will say about the weather is Fountain gets some hail.
It does. You do that.
Everywhere got some hail this summer.
Good call.
this
but
summer.
Fountain is known to get some hailstorms
They do
blowing
get some
through here.
hail.
So that's why you got to make sure you have good insurance. That's why you got to ask us about that part too.
Yes,
'cause we'll
absolutely.
get you hooked up with some insurance. Yeah, I think that, like you said, big green deciduous trees, I mean, obviously it's fall right now, so they've all lost their leaves. But in the summertime, springtime, man, it's great down here because you have like these big mature deciduous trees you just don't get in a lot of Colorado Springs. And it's because you're close to Fountain Creek.
Yep.
I mean, Fountain Creek runs through Fountain, imagine that. So you definitely have a little bit different vegetation down here. Once you get out like a little bit farther east and a little bit farther south, kind of away from Fountain Creek, it does brown up pretty quick, to be honest.
Yeah.
Kind of gives you that thought a little bit more kind of Pueblo style, kind of
bit.
just a little bit, kind of more
a little
brown
flat,
tones.
A little brown, yeah.
But man, I don't know. Like we've been down here doing this tour, chatting with people for most of the day now, and dude, people have been super friendly.
Everybody's super nice.
Everybody's nice. Everybody we've talked to, swear to you, Scout's honor, everybody said that they love living in Fountain. People looked in Colorado Springs and then moved to Fountain anyway because of affordability.
Affordability. It's a
And
little slower pace.
Small town feel. That's what I heard from a couple of people. Small town feel. So yeah, you get that small town feel, more affordable. I don't know. It wasn't necessarily I'll be honest, it wasn't one of my top 5 communities in Colorado.
Yeah.
But Fountain's kind of grown on me a little bit.
It has, yeah, and it's just growing in size too. So I mean, if Fountain, if everything that we've talked about in our video today really vibes with you, you got to give us a call. You got to come out here and check it out for yourself. Get boots on the ground. Check it out. Check out the restaurants. There's lots of really great bars and restaurants. There's a great barbecue restaurant in town too.
Yeah.
So Fountain is really in that path of progress, which is great for if you're buying a house, but also just activities to do here in town.
Activities.
Yeah.
Okay, so nice little thing is like between Colorado Springs and Fountain, as you go a little bit more north from Fountain, you have all these little like enclaves of new builds, and new builds are super hot right now. And we had to come by these because there are some killer deals. And it's like you take the affordability of Fountain, and now we're gonna make it even more affordable. So like big for military, big for budget seekers that still wanna be close to the mountains in Colorado Springs where all the activity is. So we're gonna go inside and we're gonna show you. Right now, we're at Aspen View Trails, Aspen Trails at the...
Hey Grayson, what's this place called again?
The trails at Aspen Ridge View. The views at Aspen... Let's just go inside. The man.
The myth.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Man. The legend. What's up?
This is our man, Grayson Houston. He's here sitting the homes, Aspen View Homes. I've been through actually quite a few of these ones. It's been a hot minute, but but it has been a while. And I actually feel like I heard you saying that y'all have been pushing like lots of product recently. I feel like there has to be a reason.
Absolutely.
And it probably has to do with something like builder incentives.
Yep.
So can we talk about those and just talk about like what's going on in the neighborhood in general? Because a lot of the people, they're just oh, good idea. Yeah. I'll make sure that people can hear you.
Great.
Because a lot of the people that watch our channel, that are watching this video, are coming from out of state. They haven't been down here. They haven't seen the community out here. So if you could just give us like a little brief, I'll even just hand it to you. So.
Sure, absolutely, man. So honestly, there's a couple of sales points about the trails that I think are driving people this way. One, we're right next to all the bases. So you're on Carson, Peterson. We're right here, so it's easy access to everything.
Peterson is like what?
It's like 5 minutes. Yeah, it's just right down the street.
Yeah.
Carson's 12, 15 maybe.
Sweet.
So everything's just right here. And in this particular community, we've got a pretty massive range of homes. So we've got small stuff to really, really big stuff. And so it lets us cover really big price points, really big square footage desires. So it's like single dudes moving in, we've got stuff for them. Whole families moving in, we've got stuff for them. And then the community has like 3 parks. We have a giant 3-acre park that's under construction right now. It's gonna have like zip lines, all kinds of stuff. So it's just a community that kind of has a little bit of everything for a little bit of everybody. We got a dog park over in one of the parks. So there's just kind of a little bit of everything. And so it's causing buyers, they go look at all the new build communities. I like when we're the last one they come to, because they show up here, and between what the community offers and then like amenities and finishes within the home are just higher standards. So
yeah. So right now, hello, hi guys, I'm Kyle. Right now, the thing that's like killing a lot of buyers is like current interest rates. It's just making affordability like punch them in the mouth. So sit in this unique position between Fountain and Colorado Springs, and with new builds like just being pumped out, but still Aspen View does a really good job with like the quality of finish.
Great
that's,
quality.
Yeah, that's like undoubtable. What are you guys doing to kind of help with that affordability?
totally. Yeah, the finishes for price point are kind of not matched. Even things like granite and kitchen and all are standard out here. You're gonna pay the same price around us and you're gonna get laminate, that kind of stuff. But yeah, interest rates are crazy high. Everybody's freaking out about it. It's one of the benefits of buying new construction is you go buy resale and you've got one seller thinking about the math on one home, and it's hard for them to give up cash to help you buy down interest rate, things like that. Whereas a new construction builder is looking at the math over a ton of homes, and so they're able to basically throw money at you to get interest rate down, to get affordability way up. And so out here, we're doing a 6% of the purchase price towards closing cost concession.
6%.
Yep.
Wow.
So you think about a $500,000 home, you're getting 30 grand. We're seeing anywhere from 25 to 35 grand on the purchase prices we have out here. And so the nice thing with that, that's a little, some builders are offering like flat rates, like we just give you this rate, that's our incentive. Yeah. For us out here, we want to give cash so that buyers can do what makes the most sense for them. So you can cover closing costs and then buy rate. You can just buy your rate and do nothing but that. We'll do like 3-2-1 buy downs, 2-1s, get creative with financing. Yeah. So it just gives you cash in your pocket as a buyer to do what makes the most sense for you.
That's awesome. And then what are you guys, like in terms of the whole community, what are your price ranges looking like? Because I mean, that's kind of the beauty of like this area in Fountain is like you're getting more for your buck than you are, kind of in the rest of the city, honestly.
Totally. So we're low 4s to low 6s. So we have like a $200,000 swing, which gives you, again, it's that optionality out here. You can buy really big, you can buy a little smaller. And so it's a lot of flexibility
I feel
in
like
the
these
neighborhood.
same homes in like Forest Lakes would probably be closer to what, like 5s to 7s.
We sell these same floor plans with the same finishes up north, and we sell them for, $100K more.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was in Willow Springs the other day. Beautiful neighborhood. At some point, we'll have to do something on that, but I was seeing stuff in the 750s, 780s, and I walked in this home and I was like, it feels just as nice as all those homes in Willow Springs, honestly.
Do you mind if we go bop through?
Take a look at my ash, dude.
Let's go. This is the ash model. Let's go check it out.
So again, we're inside the ash model now. This thing is fully decked out. 3,200 square feet in this thing. It's massive. And we'll get to the price on this, but I just want to check out the whole thing. Is that good?
No.
No?
Probably not a good idea. But you want some?
Sure.
So yeah, the ash model. Yeah, the house is crazy because like from the outside, it looks like one thing.
Yeah.
And then you get inside and you're like, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
But you don't feel like you're getting like lost, right?
No.
I love really like the big thing in here. Oh man, I have like aluminum everywhere in my mouth. We'll come back to that. Bad plan. Okay. Huge windows.
Huge
Sorry, I was
windows.
fighting for my life there. Huge windows, tons of just like natural light. We could
Yeah.
literally turn off all these lights, and I don't think that the lighting on the camera would change at all, to be
No,
honest.
this open space, like super nice and open, super cozy, even though it's a massive house, but it's not too cozy, so it doesn't feel like you're just cramped in.
Yeah,
You got the nice tall ceilings in here.
Yep.
These have to be like 10-foot ceilings here on the main level, which is super nice.
Gotta be 10 foot, because I can't touch it.
Should we go check out the primary?
Yeah, let's look at, I do want to hit real quick. One of my favorite things about the kitchen, zoom, 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 super fast, is because Aspen View does this really clever thing. They do a lot of clever details around their properties, but in here, they basically make it so you can have this cute little like coffee bar area. They've got a coffee machine back over here in the corner. I'll try to get out of the way. But also like plugs. I outside of an Aspen View home, I don't think I've ever seen a plug in the pantry,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so it just helps turn it into like more just usable space instead of just food storage.
Well, but that's one pantry.
Is there another one?
There's 2 pantries in this model, dude.
I didn't even know that.
Check this out. So much storage in here.
Oh, so this is like, yeah.
So much storage.
We got options,
Do
dog.
you want that clean showroom kitchen where it looks like
Coffee nook.
It's got a,
Yeah.
a non-technical term.
Listen, we're the realtors, but Kemper knows what he's talking about.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Okay, let's check out upstairs. So it's not like super wide,
Yeah.
but they do a really good job. And when you come up here, you've got the loft. You have 3 bedrooms up here. This is where the primary, or in other words, the master bedroom is. And it's not the hugest bedroom in the world, but this is a big old king size bed, 5-piece furniture situation going on in here. And it's plenty of room. It fits super well. And I'm kind of a snob about master bathrooms and master closets. And this one is phenomenal. It's great. This style we see all the time where it's like the shower and the bath, but a lot of like older models overextended like the build-in when they're building in the tub. And so it makes for these super tiny showers. Sam, let's get in the shower. We got space.
2 large men. There's space in here.
We'll be right back.
Do you think you would end up in the shower together today?
Sure didn't.
But here we are.
Here we are.
Anything for the viewers to make sure that you know there's plenty of space.
That's
And then
right.
of course there's a big closet back there, which is
Good
awesome.
walk-in. I love too that they put windows in these.
Yeah. Oh,
So you're not like getting your privacy totally ruined while you're trying to change in here, but you're still getting that natural light in here, which is super nice.
I did not even notice that.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the big windows over the tub because kind of that same reason, but obviously it's like that, what do you call it? Like the smoky window or like
Yeah.
the clouded window so
Yeah.
that, obviously nobody
Glazed.
can see in. But like if you're trying to get wild and like be a little risque, you could change the window, make it a clear window. Anybody's adventure.
You know what else I love about these two is this loft space. Honestly, like, because you really have, just depending on what you want to do, you can do so much with this space. But you have a second living space. You really have 3 living spaces in
Yeah.
this house. So it's like, you want some separation away from people. Like you want to get the kids somewhere where they're like totally separate while you're trying to host and they can play and be loud and be noisy or whatever. Like you have this space, you have the basement space. We'll go check that out.
Oh, is that the 3rd living space?
Yeah.
I haven't been down there yet.
Yeah.
All right, Sam,
it's
take
sweet.
us down there.
Yeah, let's go.
It was terrible chocolate.
I think Grayson will be fine.
I think
I
he
don't
will
think
be.
he'll be mad.
Okay.
So, welcome to your accessory living room down here, an entertainment space.
There's not a real ping pong ball.
Nope.
Clearly professionals. But yeah, you've got like a good, I think the first thing I noticed was we're downstairs. It doesn't even feel like we went into a basement.
No.
Because this garden level, that's like waist height.
Yeah.
At least for like the earth. And
Seriously,
tons of light that comes in
natural
here?
light's like the theme in this house. And then again, tall ceilings. You still have 9 footers in the basement.
Yep.
So it's not, you don't feel like you're in a cave
I think
down
that's
here
8 feet, bro.
by any means.
It's 8 feet.
I don't,
I'm
maybe.
6 feet tall.
You're 6 feet tall?
Yeah, and I can touch. That's 8 feet.
Okay, 8 footers.
Come on, Sam.
Still,
Get with the program.
not that small.
Okay, so Sam, do you know, because we got a lot. This is 3,200 square feet, 5 bed, 4 bath.
Yeah.
All the upgrades, like, do you know what the price is on this thing?
I don't for sure. I think what we should do is head back to Grayson.
Yeah, because I feel like we've been talking about like it being affordable. I feel like we're like this. I know what this house would cost in like Monument.
Oh yeah.
It'd be ridiculous. So let's
Be
go
pushing
talk to
8,
Houston.
so, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Grayson, we're back. We checked out the whole place. I'm just gonna hand it to you. So huge place, 3,000 square feet, killer incentives.
Free drinks.
Free drinks, Fiji water. Hello. Okay, what does this one go for?
So I've got one of these on a corner lot right now for $525,000.
Oh, I thought it was like. I actually thought that this was like 600,000
$525.
on a corner lot.
On a corner lot. Now that one is a crawl space, so it's not got the basement. So you
Okay.
push up, 30-ish grand. But I just sold one of these with a basement for like $540.
I'm sorry. So 3,200 square feet, 5 beds, 4 baths,
And an office.
and an office for under 600.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's bananas. Okay, but here's the problem: is that some people, some of our clients, that's still outside their price point. So do you have something that's like you were talking about, like the single dude moving out here? Somebody PCS is out here in the Army or the Air Force or Space Force,
Or single lady.
or a single lady, obviously. Is there something in this community more for them?
Absolutely. So we build 2 lines of products out here. So these, like you just walked, garages in the front, yards in the back, what you're used to in a house.
Yeah.
And we've got the Altitude collection across the street, garage in the back of the house instead of the front, and then yards on the side. So it's a step above doing like a townhome because you have no shared walls or anything like that. But the lot's a little smaller, helps us hit more affordability. So I've got as low as like 430.
Is that where
on
you
those.
sent? Is that where you sent Chris and Francis?
Yeah, it's exactly where I
Oh.
sent Chris and Francis.
Okay, well, we'll just. I haven't walked through it, so we'll just give it to Chris and Francis, and then
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Wait, what are those priced at?
430. We don't have anything over 5 on those.
Wow. Yeah, let's for sure go check those out.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, so I know you just checked out a house across the street with Kyle and Sam. So this house that Francis and I are in, it's $455. So it's still Aspen View Homes. This is their Altitude series, correct?
Altitude series.
Altitude series, $455. That's with a finished basement as well. So Grayson said it was like 3,000 square feet?
Yeah, 30,000 square feet total.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 3,000 square feet total, same kind of series, garage in the back, side yard is kind of your big garage, but I know it's tough right now, but if you're coming to Colorado Springs, you're looking for a good value, these houses might be a good one.
They're really well built, and if you did it with an unfinished basement, you can get this house for as low as right around $430.
That's right, yeah. So yeah, definitely, like I said, we'll show some video of it, check it out, but it's a good option, guys. All right, now, hey, we all know a good quality area tour is not complete without talking about schools. This is a big topic for all of our clients coming into town is what kind of schools are in the local area. So I should say it's a topic for most of our clients. If you don't have kids, probably not a big concern. So with Fountain specifically, there's really 2 school districts that overlap in Fountain, but a majority of Fountain is the District 8 school district, which is Fountain Fort Carson. So the school district services the Army military installation of Fort Carson and the city of Fountain, which is, they kind of butt up against each other. They're really kind of divided by I-25 for the most part. So they're kind of right next to each other. So there's Fountain Fort Carson High School is the main high school in D8. And then there's a couple different middle schools. I think there's actually 4 or 5 different middle schools, and then, a plethora of elementary schools. There's schools on Fort Carson specifically, and then there are schools off of Fort Carson just in the city of Fountain. And like I said, there's one high school that services both of those areas. So as far as D8 goes, man, we always say, hey, check out like websites like niche.com, greaterschools.org, some of those things. You guys know we can't steer you anywhere. You can get all the data on the schools there. I will say that from my understanding and experience with clients and just people I know in town, District 8, has a pretty good reputation. I don't know what their testing is like as far as, you know, where the kiddos place and all that stuff, but I do know that overall pretty good reputation as a school. It's the most diverse school district in El Paso County, the greater Colorado Springs area. Obviously, that's mainly due to the Fort Carson military installation. You know, a lot of people that are PCSing through that duty assignment makes it a little bit more diverse school district compared to other parts of Colorado Springs, which I think is pretty cool. It's also really known for its athletics too. So there's a lot of great athletes that have went to Fountain Fort Carson High School. Athletic programs are pretty solid there for just about every sport for the most part. And then I always say, hey too, you know, like my whole team, like we all live here, we play here, we know a lot of people here. So if you have any questions, definitely take the time, reach out to us, set up a consultation, call, text, email, we'll do a little Zoom consultation. We'll give you guys the inside scoop on everything to include the schools here in the Fountain area.
All right guys, to wrap up the tour, we are at Fountain Creek Regional Park, and this is really a primary, like a main staple here in the city of Fountain. It is a 500-acre park. Of course, you've got the playgrounds, you've got the fields to play in, but there are a couple lakes over here that they actually stock with trout. We are also sitting right next to Fountain Creek, which I've actually heard has some pretty decent fishing in it. And it's just overall just really nice. It's super clean down here. You don't see a bunch of trash everywhere, but it's just a really, really nice park. It's definitely got more of the hiking trails. They're not as much paved, it's dirt trails. Again, 500 acres of park. It's a really nice facility overall. That really wraps up our neighborhood tour for the city of Fountain. You guys have seen some new builds by Aspen View. You've gotten to see a couple different neighborhoods here, the downtown area. But you know, we can't always squeeze in everything there is to know about Fountain. There's a lot of different nuances that the only way to know is to reach out to us, call, text. You can comment below, send us an email. We are happy to answer any questions you might have about Fountain. And we hope that this video either helped you figure out that you might want to live in Fountain, or maybe you just decided that Fountain is not the right place for you. So again, definitely don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll see you on the next video.